Drafting with Numot. Hello friends, Kenji here with the, well, quote-unquote new and improved Magic Online, where we finally have Modern Horizons. Yeah, not much to say. Let's just join the queue and Instafire and see what we got. Alright, Modern Horizons. There are a few pretty fun different strategies that you can do in this format here. I've joined a Phantom event, so even though Prismatic Vista would normally be worth some decent ticks, that is, well, the ticket number is not going to have a factor here. So cards that I have in this pack. Pyrophobia is a good one. 2 mana, 3 damage to a creature. Got some ninjas. Blue-black ninjas is a pretty nice, solid strategy. Enduring Sliver. Cycling lands are very good, but I think it's actually just the Prismatic Vista. So the reason for that is multiple, right? You can go fetch your snow-covered lands should you draft them. And again, if you are going to draft the snow deck, there is a snow deck in the format, you do have to take the snow-covered lands during the draft itself. You cannot add snow-covered lands after the fact. Anyways, I think the Prismatic Vista is probably just the correct choice here. It keeps us the most open and just very good in most strategies, as not only are there lands in the graveyard strategies, there are delve strategies, there are just plenty of things that would mean, or that would make this be a good pick. So we're going to take the Prismatic Vista pick 1, pack 1. And follow that up with, again, a pretty good card choice here. Pondering Mage, 5 mana, 3/4, that, well, ponders when it enters. Got a Krosan Tusker here, another nice one, just very, very good value card. 6/5 later in the game, or you can cycle it early for some good value. A regular Cohort, one of the better white commons in the format. Chiller Pillar, this was in the last pack as well, and has some snow uses. Talisman, Unearth. I think here it's going to be between the Krosan Tusker and the Pondering Mage. I don't think there's a wrong choice here. I think I'm going to go with the Tusker. There is like a Tranquil Thicket, and a rare here is not very good. So take the Tusky, see what we can do. Keeps us open if nothing else. And wow, now we have a very, very good pack here. Dead of Winter, if taken early, is just a really, really good card. All non-snow creatures get -X until end of turn, where X is the number of snow permanents you control. There's a Battle Screech, just one of the best uncommons in the format. In green, we have Savage Swipe, which is a good removal spell. Another Pondering Mage. Excavating Anurid. I think I go with the Screech here, though. This card is just too good, in my opinion. Yeah, not much to say there. Okay. What are we going to follow that pick up with? In white, we have a Reprobation, a Martyr's Soul, and an Enduring Sliver. Reprobation looks like good removal at first glance, but after you've played the format a little bit, you come to realize that there are just too many ways to deal with Reprobation, or like bounce their own creatures or something, so it's not as good as it initially looks. There is a Pyrophobia here. Again, we already passed one, but wouldn't be bad to pick it up right now if we wanted to. Enduring Sliver, Martyr's Soul. Martyr's Soul is a cute card. I think it normally plays a little bit better in your head than it actually plays out in paper cards, or in an actual draft, as you really want the 1 and 2 drops to enable it. I think I'm just going to take the most powerful card here, which is the Pyrophobia, but not thrilled with it. Okay, pretty easy Krosan Tusker number 2. Some more snow-covered lands. There's a snow-covered land in every pack, but again, if you're drafting the snow deck, you want to take them relatively early. Farmstead Gleaner, the only untapped mechanic in Modern Horizons. And some other okay cards. But Krosan Tusker, very, very good. Allows for easy splashes. Ooh. See, for example, this is like a 30-ticket card, but since we're playing Phantom, it's irrelevant. And I think this is actually better practice, as GP Seattle is right around the corner, and so people not taking cards for money draft is probably better practice. I'm going to go with the Squirrel Nest here, but otherwise there's an Igneous Elemental, one of my favorites in this format. I think people sleep on this card quite a bit, and in fact, if I ended up in red-green has the theme of lands in graveyards, and this is just one of the best cards in that, but we'll stick for green for now. We'll take the Squirrel Nest. Jesus, and get past some really good cards. Lava Dart, Excavating Anurid, Vengeful Devil, Lesser Manticore, Forgotten Cave. All of these cards are A+. for being, what is it, 7th pick. I think I like Devil a little bit more than Lava Dart, but Lava Dart does synergize better with the red-green land theme, but I'm going to take the uncommon here. But any of these cards are honestly all great picks. The only card that's not good in our color is the Goblin Champion, but that was a great pack. And wow, getting rewarded here. If one Devil is, good, then why not two? You can do some really nasty things here if you just pair this with any other removal. And so we'll take a secondary Vengeful Devil there. Okay, I'm going to take the snow-covered land here at this point. Tornado is a completely reasonable main deck card. Any type of card like this that has cycling is just always main deckable, just because, if you do kill something with it, well, then that's great. But if you don't, or if you don't have a target, then you can just cycle it away. But I think the snow-covered land here is correct. And I think people, again, are sleeping on these cycling lands. They just make your deck so much better. So we're going to easily take this Tranquil Thicket. Great pickup. Wow, and wheeling the Savage Swipe. Okay, so this is a great sign that I'm jumping into the right colors. I think red-green lands is one of the better decks in the format anyways, and even though I'm passing a Snow-Covered Mountaineer, Savage Swipe should not be going that late. This is more of a filler pack. I don't think we're going to be playing either of these cards. Maybe Nimble Mongoose, just because with as much cycling and, blowing up my own lands, I guess it does have small utility, but unlikely. We'll just take the Tornado here. Again, main deckable. Snow-covered land over the Llanowar Tribe, I think is correct. The Llanowar Tribe is a good one, and it harkens back to the Llanowar Elf. It's just literally 3 Llanowar Elves stapled together, but I think this will pay dividends just by getting like a Frostvala or something later on. But I think we are... that was an amazing pack one for us. I did take that Battle Screech, but otherwise I think I jumped into the open lane. We have 2 snow-covered lands. We have 2 effectively cycling lands. We have a great base of cards here. And I think this is a good setup for pack 2, where we open, again, quite a few good cards here. Marasa Behemoth, just 6 mana, 8/8 trample in this deck. Great. Mana Ward in the pack. Conifer Worm, really good with all the snow permanents I've already taken. Alpine Guide, I think this is a card that people undervalue. Just a solid red creature. It does have to attack each turn, but given your ramp and enough ways to back it up, it's just very, very solid. Also, what you can do here is go get the snow-covered mountain with the Alpine Guide and then sacrifice a regular mountain so you have the snow utility. Also, any of these, what I'm going to call Horizon lands, are always playable if you're at least one of the colors. It just makes your deck that much better. I think I'm not going to take the Waterlogged Grove here, and instead take one of these very powerful creatures. I think it might be Conifer Worm, just because Marasa Behemoths are common. I think I can get them later, and Conifer Worm already with the snow-covered permanents that I have is going to be really solid. Another card I think is very, very good, and one that's worth a decent amount of money. This card is just seeing a lot of play in Modern especially, is Hogok, Arisen Necropolis. And in this deck, I don't think it's going to be that hard, especially with Squirrel Nest and whatnot. Now, you do need to pick up a decent number of green creatures, because you can't spend mana to cast this, but I'm going to be filling up my graveyard pretty easily, so this is just a sustainable 8/8 trampling threat, and very happy to pick that up there. This pack, however, is not ideal for us. There is a Spinehorn Minotaur. It's much better in the red-blue deck, but I already have 3 cycling cards, right? I have the Tusker, and the Tornado, so it's not like it's terrible. It's just, it's not the best pickup I've ever seen in my life, but a fine one nonetheless. Another Krosan Tusker here. Collector, oof. Snow-covered Forest if I wanted. I don't think there's anything wrong with just taking another Krosan Tusker. All the other cards are replaceable, and with this many Tuskers, I could easily splash another color should I find something worth splashing for. So, yeah, again, a great start to a draft. There's that Marasa Behemoth we're looking for. I am passing a Mother Bear. Very good one. Just a very solid 2-drop. One that your opponent often doesn't want to trade with early, and then late game, you just make 2/2/2s, but we'll take the Behemoth here. It's a 6 mana 8/8 trampler a lot of the time in this style of deck. Otherwise, Mob is the best card in the pack, and with Triple Tusker, again, it is splashable, but I think I'm going to just stay on color for now. Okay. Here I might actually take the Slinging Lieutenant. I don't think Cleaving Sliver is good for this deck. And while red and green do have some other slivers, again, with my fixing I already have, I think we might just want to play that instead. Wow, similarly, I'm really surprised there's a Force of Despair still in this pack. It's possible I should be moving into green-black right now. This is not really a splashable card, and I could just take the Snow-Covered Mountain here, but this is interesting for sure. Answered Prayers, quick note on this card. I think it's just one of the better cards in like the green-white deck, or even the red-white deck. Does a lot of work. Force of Despair or Snow-Covered Mountain. I think I'm going to stick to my guns and stay on red-green for now. I think pack 3 is going to give us a lot of goodies. So, oh, perfect. There is another late Igneous Elemental. This is the card I was talking about earlier. In fact, man, I would take a lot of these cards because I think Excavating Anurid, another really good card for this deck, as is Reap the Past. Return X cards at random for your graveyard to your hand. With the Hogak, it's a little bit awkward because I'm probably exiling most of my cards, but good pack overall here for us. I'll just take the Crazy Good card, and I think we just wield the Murasa Behemoth. Okay, that's nice. I guess I'll take the Llanowar Tribe, although it's not a guarantee that I end up running it. Unearth here. We will probably just end up playing this 2/2 for 2, honestly. Mainly because we have the Hogak, so we do need green creatures to convoke with. Pack 2 didn't go as well for me there as Pack 1 did, but I think we're in a still pretty good position going into the last pack here. I do want to find some more green creatures to enable my Hogak, but again, I think we're in a good spot. And our rare for pack 3 is Tectonic Reformation, another card that I think is very, very good. Just play it in any red deck, basically. It turns your lands late game into cyclers, and in a deck like this, well, you can already tell how good it's going to be, right? I have Hogak, Double Murasa, Igneous, like those are already 4 reasons to run this type of card. Only thing I'm really losing out on is a Krosan Tusker and maybe the Twin Silk Spider, but happy to take the rare here. Okay, there's a Nantuko Cultivator, another card that I do like quite a bit. Turns excess lands, just like the Reformation, into redraws, as well as making itself bigger. So we'll take that. Cards I'm looking for, I'm still looking for a Lava Dart. I'm looking for some more Pyrophobias, some more Igneous Elementals. We're missing a little bit of removal right now, but we're looking pretty good overall. This would normally be a position where I take Forgotten Cave as an insta-pick, but since we, again, just looking for removal, Savage Swipe is too good to pass up. Another Conifer Worm, another Savage Swipe. Wow, 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 wow. How many snow permanents do I have right now? I have 3 lands and the Conifer Worm itself. So not a huge number of snow permanents, but I still think it's probably the pick over Savage Swipe number 3. That's a great pickup. We have all the fat we need here. Ooh, okay, and another really solid pack here, as I can take either Winding Way, which is a good way to enable a lot of those graveyard shenanigans, or that Alpine Guide I was talking about earlier. The Snow-Covered Forest does have a lot of value because I now have 2 Conifer Worms, but I think the Winding Way here's the pick. Okay, Quakefoot Cyclops or another Snowland. Let's go ahead and just take the Snowland here. There's the Ruination Rioters I was looking for. I mean, this is an uncommon, so you don't expect to see a ton of them, but another really, really solid creature for the red-green landfall deck, or rather land and graveyard deck. I think the key card that I'm really missing is Lava Dart. Lava Dart would have made this deck much better, and unfortunately I did not pick one up, but that's okay. Nothing really here for me. I'm not going to play any of these cards. Probably should have just taken the Generous Gift as a potential splash. I wonder if I'm supposed to run Llanowar Tribe in this deck. Actually doesn't seem awful. Like, if I'm casting it on turn 4 or 5, that's still not bad. Let's see, 4 snow-covered mountains, 2 conifer worms. Not my best red-green draft deck ever, but not too shabby, honestly. Okay, lots of talismans here, another snow-covered mountain. This is another nice thing about like these type of packs where you don't have a card you want to take. You know, you just take the snow-covered land. Pillage for sideboard, or I guess Goat Nap 1 in the sideboard's not terrible. Fists of Flame here. I don't think that's amazing in this deck, although it is okay with like Tectonic Reformation. It's possible that I play that. Let's see. I think this is great. Again, maybe missing a little bit of removal, but I do have the double swipe, the Pyrophobia, and the Igneous Elemental. Okay, another Spinehorn Minotaur or an Elvish Fury. I think the Minotaur might serve useful. It's also very good with Savage Swipes. And maybe now I cut the Tornado from the main and run it like that instead. I guess Collector Oof is also not not anything to write home about. Oh, we also wheel the Cyclops. Okay, you know what? I'm going to cut the Collector and maybe try the deck like this instead. The only true issue I see with this is that the Hogak is going to be a little bit awkward, because remember, you need to convoke green creatures. So unless I have Scroll Nest active, it might not be the easiest thing in the world to cast the Hogak, which is why I was saying that the Collector Oof, and maybe even the Nimble Mongoose, might be worth to some degree. Yeah. Could definitely see that being correct. To run some of these cheap green creatures. I don't know what I would cut, though. I guess it would just be the Llanowar Tribe. It is probably the weakest card. Well, maybe not the weakest, but it's just awkward. I guess maybe I don't need double Spinehorn. Yeah, alright. I'll just get the Collector Oof in there. 2/2 green creature. Although, how often can I hit Threshold for this, for these Mongoose, I wonder? Well, with the Hogak, then the Mongoose are going to turn themselves off, so I guess we just rather have a 2/2. Okay, so let's try it like this. And then we will run all of these lands. I don't need too many mountains in this deck, honestly. Can get away with, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's too many. Get access to 10 lands. So maybe go 8 and 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a Prismatic Vista. That looks good. All right. Again, not my best red-green deck in this format, but looks pretty solid to me. So let's ship this and see how we do. Here's the first round of our red-green Modern Horizons draft deck. On the play, oh, so close. One more land and this would be a snap keep, as Winding Way would probably find more lands and then Tusker find lands, but go down to 6. And keep a fine, although unexciting 6. Yeah, we'll leave Crows and Tusker on top very easily. Turn 1 Devil, turn 2 Devil, turn 3 Tusker. Not a bad start. And then we can go find some snow lands with the Tusker. Make our Conifer Worm that much better. Put it on blue-black, which is normally the colors of ninjas and ninjutsu. As we find ourselves another Conifer Worm. Throat Seeker the play, okay. Let's go cycling. Let's get ourselves a snow-covered mountain. And draw an extra snow-covered mountain. Not bad. Let's just Pyrophobia that off the bat. We don't want to enable ninjutsu. We also don't want them gaining life, so. Now we're just going to start playing conifer worms and hoping they're good enough. Just a solid snow creature, honestly. Like, when I play this next turn, it's going to have 4 snow permanents on the battlefield, right? I'll have the 3 snow-covered mountains and the conifer worm itself. His opponent hard casts a Moonblade Shinobi. We'll just Connie and pass. Like, I can pay 4 and already just give this 4+4+4. The fact that this tramples is what puts it over the top. Wouldn't be nearly as scary if it didn't trample. Alright, opponent, what do you got? In the correct ninja deck, all the 1-drops are pretty nice. Ooh, a Crypt Rats! Okay, I see you. I see you big. Huh. I guess the question is, how do I want to play this now? Like, I don't want to run out another 4/4 and then they play a swamp and wipe my board. That feels pretty bad. I suppose I can just attack for 4 here and see what they do. They're probably not going to block. Then I think I'm just going to go with the Squirrel Nest and pass. I have a feeling they might Crypt Rats on 1 just to get the Shinobi in next turn, but I don't really think it's worth playing out a 4/4 here and then them going and playing another swamp and kind of wrecking me. Yep, they're going to go ahead and do it for 1. And that's okay. I can poop out a 1/1 squirrel to chump the Shinobi. Which is definitely what I'm going to do. What is this nonsense? Doing something in response. Oh, Diabolic Edict. Okay, that's pretty good. Certainly not bad anyways. I guess we want to just hit a land here so I can play out another worm and hold up nest. Hope they don't have an exclude or a snuff. Yikes, they did. Ouch. Okay. Removal to good. Both conifer worms down. I mean, game plan for us is still the same. Just poop out a squirrel, block the Shinobi, play a Cyclops. Hope they don't have more removal / counters. What are you doing? Oh, giving it flying. Okay, fair enough. And so whenever this one deals combat damage to a player, they get a 1/1 flyer. And now that's going to enable some ninjutsu from them as well. Kind of unfortunate. Devil the draw. Just attack for 1 with Squirrel. Play out Mr. Cyclops. You have Exclude too, or... Oh, jeez. I was going to say. I mean, that's still not great for me. Draw 3 for them is pretty decent. They discarded a first sphere, Gargantua. Okay. Alright, got ourselves a game here. Wow. And a Defile. Good mana efficiency from the opponent. 1 mana, kill your 4/4? Seems pretty good. Alright, poop out a Squirrel. Try to block. Hope they don't have a scary ninja. They do. Let's see which one it is. 3 mana. Ooh, it's the Mist Syndicate, so they can start making extra copies of that one. Things are not going so hot for us. I'm going to play the land, because black often has... Actually, I guess maybe I shouldn't have played the land. I was going to say black often has discard, but we don't mind a land getting into my graveyard. Now we need to fade like a Smoke Shroud, or whatever it's called. Enchantment that gives +1/+1 and flying. Okay, Pondering Mage. I also have that card that cycles lands, so... Yeah, it was probably really bad to play that Forest. What did they choose to do? They chose to shuffle, okay. I mean, honestly, we're not doing that badly. Like, Squirrel Nest does a lot of work. I could even attack for 1. If they block, I can Vengeful Devil down, like some of their Mist Syndicates, but I think we want to wait at least 1 more turn before we start doing that. Okay. So they're going to unearth their first sphere, which draws them a card, which pumps up their Kite to a 3/2 for the turn. Looks like I need to bring in that Tornado from my sideboard, eh? Choking Tethers would be bad for me. What else? A lot of things are bad for me. Oh, they're going to attack with everybody. Okay, well, let's poop out a Squirrel. Move to blocks. So chump, trade, trade. Guess I'm going to double block here. Take 4. Sorry, take 7. Wasn't counting the Kite. And then I can ping the 1/1 after damage has been dealt. Depending on what they do here to me. They might have drawn another ninjutsu or something. It is a terrifying attack, though. What you got, OP? Still ordering blockers over here, it looks like. Okay, what's gonna hurt? Is it ninjutsu? Is it removal? Is it... Okay, just going to damage. That is rather surprising to me. Well, maybe that wasn't that bad after all. That's annoying. 2 cards left in their hand. Alright, we can shoot the 1/1 end of turn. That gets exiled. And we drew a land. Poops. So it's now going to be the 1/3 changelings, or yeah, 1/3 death touchers that are really hurting. Opponent said something. Yikes, that's no good. We can ping that though with damage on the stack, but I'm going to be taking like 3 damage this turn. Yep. So I think I just trade here. And chump the changeling. Take 2. And then with all these triggers on the stack, ping it with the devil. Hope they don't ninjutsu me again. Uh-oh. Well, they have something. If they have like the indestructible ninja, that would be bad. Looks like they might. Yikes, they do. Alright. Well then. I think it's time to scoop them up. Alright, we got ninja'd. Ninja'd real good. It was the crypt rats that really hurt us. If they didn't have the crypt rats, I could just run out continuous 4/4s and that probably would have won. Alright, well, let's just bring in the tornado. What am I cutting? Guess I'll just cut old Spiny. Run it back. Try to get him for games 2 and 3, if there is a 3. Okay, game 2, round 1. We are down a game. And this is a pretty easy keep for me. We're on the play, and hopefully Winding Way finds us some land. This card is just great. So much better than Mulch, because you can choose. If you need creatures, you name creatures. If you need lands, you name lands. And yeah, I'm still going to name land here. Oh, actually, I could name creature. And that would put all the lands in the graveyard. In fact, you know what? I'm going to name creature. Whew! And just ended up drawing 3. Guess I'm going to discard the Conifer Worm. Krosan Tusker next turn. That Ikite might enable some unfortunate, what do you call them, ninjutsus, but we'll find out. Alright, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me too badly. Nice, just 1 damage. Ransack the lab. Okay, so they get to look at 3 and put 1 of them into their hand. So we have a really nice turn lined up here. I get to, what have they been? Been Phantom and a Throat. Get to Tusker, go search for a forest, since I have the triple green in my hand. And then I get to play Mountain, Elemental down their Ikite, since we do have a forest in the graveyard, which was binned there from the Winding Way. And Elemental pretty much can eat any creature that the blue-black deck plays. They might just Edict me, though. Yep, okay, that's fine. Not surprising there. And yeah, let's just get the tribe online and we can start casting our heavy hitters. What if they attack? I guess I block. No attacks. Pass. I'm going to go ahead and cycle. Just to draw a card. We don't need that. And I'm a little bit worried that they probably have a snuff in their hand. So I'm going to lead with Ruination Rioters and see if they counter that. If not, that's fine. Go with the Squirrel Nest. Just play a bunch of cheap creatures and non-creature spells. They did have a spell snuff, okay. And then we're gonna hold this land for Cultivator. Defile, alright, and this only deals 1 damage currently. Alright, they do get to enable some potential ninjutsu here. What you got? Nothing. Okay. Crypt Rats, sure. That ain't no problem. 3, 4, 5, 6. Behemoth time. And I don't even need to bother swiping that. They only have 2 swamps right now. Again, we're holding the land for the Cultivator. Ha! Force of Despair. Alright, so they did get 2 for 1 there, but did end up killing one of my 8/8s. 1 card left in their hand. And it is a Pondering Mage. Not bad. Let's see. Will they shuffle or will they keep? They will not shuffle, so they liked what they saw. 3, 4, 5, 6. Another Behemoth. And I think I'll go ahead and swipe the Pondering Mage now. Can you deal with another 8/8? I hope not. But a mob would do it if they had a mob. Just another Pondering Mage. Yeah, their deck looks pretty good. It's a good way to get back in the game. 3 4s that draw a card. And this time they did shuffle. That's their 3rd swamp for Crypt Rats. Alright, let's attack for 8 first. I gotta get beating in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Cultivator. Discard 2. Not bad. And we'll just pass. We don't even need to cycle Krosan Tusker if we don't want to end of turn, since we actually have all the mana we need to cast it. First Sphere Gargantua, okay. But I think it's actually okay to go ahead and cycle it since we have so much other action going on. Go get our last snow-covered mountain. Oh no, wait, still one more. Ah, Hogak. Well then. I think we have a new plan, and that is first attack for 12. And then I can play Conifer Worm into Hogak. Alright, looks like they're going for the double on the Behemoth. What's better than one 8/8 trample? How about 3 8/8 tramples? Because this will be the third one that I've cast this game. Pay one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't think it matters as long as I leave land in the graveyard. Alright. Show me how you survive. I'll be thoroughly impressed. Like, they have some Unearth, but I don't think that would be good enough. But maybe that's how they start. Unearth the Gargantua, draw a card. Well, that ain't gonna do it. Currently I have like 20 points of trample damage, if not more, between the Hogak and the Conifer Worm double pumping. Alright, and looks like we're gonna go to a game 3. Nice. Again, not much to sideboard. Let's just run it back and hope the cards line up favorably for us. Okay, game 3 here of round 1. We are on the draw, and our hand is looking pretty tasty. So we can go Prismatic Vista for a snow-covered land, and that will unlock land for both Igneous and Marasa. Opponent with that Eye-Kite play again. Question is, do I want to Pyrophobia the Eye-Kite? I think the answer is no. But this is the thing about letting the blue-black deck hit you with early evasive creatures like this. You can just get ninjutsu'd out of the game. And so, luckily for us, it's not too bad, as I do have the Pyro for the Shinobi and then the Ping for the Flyer, but you can tell how easily that could get out of hand. Hopefully they just play like their 3-2 this turn. But if they play the 1-2 Flyer back out, we have the Igneous Elemental as well, so pretty good lineup of cards here for us. Crypt Rats, sure. Any land to play? No land, alright. Let's Igneous that down. See you later, Crypt Rats. And attack for 1. Opponent missed a land drop too, so if I can just keep applying the pressure, then they might fall too far behind. Happy to sack the Devil at this point. As we draw another. Let's go cycling here. Find another snow-covered mountain. Draw a card. Play Devil, attack for 5. Next turn we get to play our 8/8 Behemoth. And since they're so far behind, they can't really afford to hold up counters, or if they do, I don't have to run anything out. Okay, second blue source, but it did enter tapped. And they just have an Eye-Kite. Alright. So I can't Hogak, because remember, I need 2 green creatures to make that work. But I do get to attack in for 4. And then play a gosh darn 8/8 Trampler. Pretty good. No, Pondering Mage ain't gonna do it, friend. I don't even think they can attack. GG's. Too many big boys. Big boys indeed. Alright, and we managed to pull off the first round versus a nice blue-black deck. Thankfully, the fat of 8/8 Tramplers does the job. So let's go to round 2. Here's round 2 of this Modern Horizons draft. On the draw, and we have a nice land-heavy cycling hand. Tectonic Reformation, going to help pitch any excess lands we have here. As our opponent goes turn 1 Nimble Mongoose, turn 2 Nimble Mongoose. Whoa! That is aggressively mediocre. I don't know. They must be running, I would imagine black, but I have no idea. And let's play out Tectonic. I think black has the easiest ways, but maybe they have like a bunch of winding ways to pitch cards to the yard. I mean, I don't have any early action here, so. Could cycle a land, look for a 2-drop. I think I'm just going to cycle Krosan Tusker first. Ah, there is a winding way. Okay. And they chose lands, so they put the Root Wallet in their graveyard. I mean, if those turn into 3/3s within the next turn or two, I might have a huge problem, but Shroud means they can't target it either. So, don't have to worry about, like, pump or anything. Those are certainly annoying, though. Okay, still nothing to do. There we go, finally. Let's start off by cycling one of these lands. And then we can play out our 2/3. I will tell you this much. Savage Swipe not very good versus a bunch of Nimble Mongoose. As they play a Genesis now. Wow. Nice. That is a hell of a card. Well, do I want to just Savage Swipe the Genesis? I guess no is the answer. Play a land here. Let's just develop out the Cyclops first, since it blocks their Mongoose. We can go ahead and attack for 2. With the Tectonic Reformation, we can get in for actually quite a bit of damage with our Minotaur. Okay, Springbloom Druid. That's going to put another land in their graveyard. Are they on just mono green? They must be on mono green if they're running that many Mongoose. Or maybe a slight splash of red. And I think I'm okay to just take the 4 for now. Not a card I really want to put in the graveyard for them. Okay, that's not bad. I think we're going to start off with a Winding Way looking for creatures. We did indeed find a few creatures. I think I kind of like swiping here too. No, I don't. This is actually kind of interesting. I have a lot of different plays I can make. I guess let's just start off with an attack for 6 and see how they block, if they block at all. Because I'm pretty close to killing them. Alright, so I'm going to chump with the Druid. That's fine. Oh, nope. Okay, chump there. Wait, what? That's crazy. Oh, I love it. I think they forgot that I have this Reformation and I can just cycle lands. Because I just blew them the heck out there. Holy moly. And we'll play this, play land. Wow, that was brutal. For them. I don't know if they can attack me. I mean, I guess I should play around random nonsense and block here. And then I can just ping them for 5. Alright, ping you. Take 5. Big ol' Webweaver Changeling, gain 5 life. Okay, I see. Land. And a 2/3. Alright, that was a good turn for them. So what can I do here? I can go like this. Oh, they can just keep returning their Webweaver. No, that's only if Genesis is in their graveyard. So I can go like this. This is going to be a crazy good turn. Go. One, two, three, 4. Igneous. Ping the Changeling for 2. Swipe to fight it. And then I can either swipe or cycle. Let's save the swipe and go for the cycle. Oh, actually, I couldn't cycle. I was wrong. Oh, they could have blocked there and traded. I tapped incorrectly. I knew I was overthinking it. Of course, I have to have red to cycle. Well, that could have been bad. Ooh, Winding Way. Found themselves 3 spells. They get to play an Anurid and a Mongoose this turn. Wow, that's good. Or not, they're holding up red. So they must have a Lava Dart or a Firebolt in hand. Okay. Interesting. So if I take 4, yep, I can't pump it up anymore. We should win next turn. Unless it's exactly Lava Dart. If they have Lava Dart, they get me kind of good. Oh, do they? I mean, that's the only reason I can see them holding up a red source there. Ah, Magmatic Sinkhole. Alright, that also makes a lot of sense. Nice play. This is fine, though, as I do still get to play out a fat 8/8 Trampler. Alright, this is actually going to be a kind of a close game now, isn't it? They get to play another 5/5 Vigilance here. Huh. Another 5/5 Vigilance plus the Mongoose. I mean, I had to have known that they had something, right? That's the only reason they hold up red there instead. So, kind of on me, playing into it. Totally forgot about the Delve, though, for sure. Was thinking just Lava Dart, but even if it was just Lava Dart, then I wouldn't want to go for it anyways. Interessante. Okay, there's their 3/3 Goose. Everybody's got a bunch of fat critters. I think getting the Squirrel Nest online is the best plan here, because none of their creatures trample. Alrighty, showtime. Poop out a dude before anything else. So we're gonna jump here, go for an eat, Go for an eat. Go for a trade. And if they have Fists of Flame, then they kill me. Firebolt face. Alright, do you have another mountain? GG. Indeed. Don't think there was anything I could have done about that. Just that one play, that one turn where I went for the Savage Swipe might have been incorrect. Alright. So they're on more like red-green threshold than lands. Almost mono-green though. Goat Nap could be good in a matchup like this. Steal a Fatty for a turn. Although it's like a dead card otherwise, so I think it's probably a no-go. Yeah, I'm just going to run it back. Run it back. Gotta find those conifer worms. Alright, then game 2, round 2. Ooh, I'm gonna keep this hand on the play, but I need to hit basically just one land to kind of start unlocking things. Obviously this hand is extremely slow. Wonder how many Nimble Mongoose that the opponent's running. We saw, what, 3 last game? Alright. Land, please, next turn. If I don't hit a land next turn, we might just lose. Winding Way. What did they hit? They hit 1 land and 3 spells in the graveyard. Did not find a land. Gonna have to cycle my Tectonic Edge and play this Tranquil Thicket. Glad we just got there on the land. Oof. Okay, cycle Thicket. They have 5 of 7 for Threshold now. And this might give them Threshold. Indeed it did. They get a Genesis and an Anurid in their hand. It's a turn 3 Thresholded Nimble Goose. Not bad. As I'm kind of stuck over here. I actually need to get a forest, oddly enough, just because we have the Llanowar Tribe in our hand. Okay, elephants are good. Did find another land, thankfully. So we can go Tribe here into Devil. Opponent's going too wide on me, though. That one missed land drop might end up killing me. Yeah, I'm going to take 6. I'm already at 7. And they're going to play a 5/5 Vigilance here. Yike. Or Genesis, sure. Okay, so what can I do? I guess the game plan is to Behemoth, swipe, land, pass. Not dead on board, but real close to it. Real close to it. There's their Anurid. Sack a land, draw a card, yes. There's red, so if they have Firebolt, I'm just dead. This looks like Magmatic, kill my Murasa, GG's. Alright. Good stuff, OP. That's an interesting deck. I haven't seen the red-green Threshold deck before, but man, Winding Ways certainly do some work here. Alright, let's go to round 3. Alrighty, here we are for the final round. Trying to salvage a 2-1. I am on the draw, and I am going to risk it for that biscuit. If I was on the play, I would mulligan this, but on the draw, all I need is 1 land. Just 1 land. That's all you need. 1/1 Changeling for 1. Okay. Well, that's not a land. Alright, we got 1 more draw step at it. Let's see if they ninjutsu in something on turn 2. Come on, land! Yeah, we did it. All right. Pop this off. Go get a red. And I'm actually going to lead with Vengeful Devil here. The reason for that being is I assume they're going to play a creature next turn. Oh. And if they did, I could Pyrophobia into Vengeful Devil their 1/1. But they just defiled me. And they have the ninjutsu, it looks like. No, we would have been able to. Oh, we would have been able to do the sweet play. I kind of have to just kill this. Can't afford to Winding Way. If they didn't have the defile, we would have been able to make that play that we made in, I think, round 1. Pyrophobia there, Shinobi, shoot off their illusion. Would have been good, certainly. Sure, into a Smoke Shroud. Alright, let's go digging for lands. And we found 3. Nice. Gonna pitch this Llanowar Tribe. As triple green looks like it's not gonna be an easy thing to hit here. I'm actually going to keep the double green and just commit to discarding a bunch of snow-covered lands here. Opponent's kind of just wrecking me in the air currently, but I have a really good next turn where I can like swipe the Ottoman, or rather Automaton, and then Devil down the illusion like I was going to that other turn. The issue is anytime they play a ninja now, it's going to get that Smoke Shroud from the graveyard. But hopefully I can apply enough pressure fast enough to where that's not super problematic for me. Alright, so we start off with an attack for 4. We then fight. We then Devil. We then ping. And we then play another creature. Clear up the board. Feel a lot better about our position. And hope we can just get him from here. Phantom Ninja. Alright, that's going to be a 3/3. Let's attack for 6. If they block the oof, then I get to ping them. And that's big. Big ol' Connie time. We have lethal next turn, so. Apply the pressure. Venomous Changeling. Okay. I don't know if they can actually attack here. I think they might have just left themselves dead unless they have another trick. Like the bounce spell or something. Yeah, attacking with everything. Maybe they have that Twisted card. What happens if I just let damage resolve? I could go for the kill here. I guess it's probably safer just to let damage resolve. Because what I can do is now Igneous Elemental their Phantom Warrior plus ping it. And this way I can play around the ping, or the bounce. Because they would be able to ninjutsu in like the 6/3 and then kill me. So this way we get to play around that. Alright, whew. Scary ninjas all over the place. It's probably worth bringing in the Tornado. And then maybe just cutting like the Stinky Tribe. Go to game 2. Okay, game 2. Round 3. Uh-oh. The ninja enabler. That's a good draw, though. A 2/2 for us means that our Savage Swipe can hopefully kill something should they ninjutsu out. Alright, so we're going to end of turn cycle this Tranquil Thicket. Play the big oof. Next turn we can Savage Swipe, and then the turn after that we have Igneous Elemental for another 2 damage. So if they play like their 3-2 here, then we can eat it. Oh, I think the opponent just scooped. They must have kept a 2-lander and then scryed 2 cards at the bottom and not hit their land, so kind of unlucky for them there. But, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, even though it wasn't the most exciting. We did play 3 matches with a nice little red-green deck. Wasn't, again, my best red-green deck ever, as I didn't have as many ways to get lands in the graveyard as I would have wanted, but it's a good first look at Modern Horizons, I think. We just got completely demolished by a red-green Threshold deck, surprisingly. The first time I've seen that, but yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and there will be plenty more Modern Horizons on the MTGO Traders channel here. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.